Hey everyone, good morning. I hope all of you are doing great and welcome to yet another session of Azure Developer Community. Today we have Sarvanan Ganeshan, who is a very experienced fellow and he has been working in the tech industry for last more than a couple of years. And today we are very grateful to have him with us to share his experiences and his knowledge on Azure and IoT with us and to the community. So, without delaying further, we'll straight away get started with these today's session, and I will bring Sarvan Ganeshan on stage.
Good morning, everyone. Actually, it's been a great honor for me to be on this stage, actually, and thank you, Azure Developer Community, for giving me this opportunity. Actually, as Rohit told, I have some uh, more than 5 years of experience in this IoT uh, industry, actually. Based on that, actually, I was going to deliver a speech about and a hands-on workshop about uh, yeah, use case, actually, which includes both Azure machine learning and the Azure IoT Edge, actually. Yeah, I hope so. Actually, it will be a great and interesting discussion for you all. Actually, yeah, while doing this session, actually, if you have any queries, means actually you can ping me then and there onwards. I am actually will be daily happy to answer those queries, actually, and immediately. Okay, and then actually, that's all from my side. Actually, yes, Rohit. Yeah, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to for you also.
Sure, we are very happy to have you, Sarvan, today. And yes, everybody, as Sarvan mentioned, if you have any queries or any doubt anywhere during the session, you can post your questions in the comment box so that Sarvan can answer them in between the sessions. So, all right, Sarvan, you can, if you are presenting on screen,
Okay,
uh, I'll,
so I can. Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'll, yes, your screen is visible to the audience.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, yeah. Actually, the today's session will be more concentrating about, actually, how to build a predictive maintenance use case, actually, with an Azure ML and the Azure IoT Edge, actually. And I hope so, actually, pretty much, actually, no number of peoples might be new to Azure IoT here. I hope so. So I will start from the basics, actually, and tell each and everything, and then we will slowly move into our uh, hands-on arena, actually. Okay. So first of all, I will starting off with the basic thing called, actually, what is meant by the Internet of Things, actually. Okay, if you see, actually, the Internet of Things is nothing but, actually, it's a network of interconnected devices that communicate embedded sensor data to the cloud for the centralized processing, actually. Okay, what is meant by that, actually? If we have any connected devices, like in our home, or in our banking premises, like ATM machines and all, they will be connected to a particular network, actually. Okay, when they are connected to a particular network, actually, your sensor data will be this sensor data from that asset will be collected, and it will be sent to a particular cloud platform, like Azure, then it will be used for the further processing, actually. Okay, and then, actually, if you see, there are two things involved here, actually. If you see, there is a device side, which is made up of an individual devices, which usually called as things, which acts as a data source, actually. Okay, and then another side is called a cloud side, which gathers the data and provides the resources for analyzing it, actually. Okay, if you see, in this case, it's a two-way communication, actually. The message can be sent from your device to cloud also, and from the cloud to device also, actually. Okay, actually, yeah, this is a general information about your Internet of Things, and it's given for this the persons who are all new to IoT, actually. So I hope so it is clear from your side, actually, on this topic. So moving forward, actually, we have a uh, service called Azure ML in Azure actually, which we are going to see today actually. Okay, so what is meant by this Azure ML? First of all, what is meant by machine learning actually? The machine learning is nothing but actually we have some algorithms to perform their task actually, which needs to be performed again and again by the machine itself actually. Okay, that is called a machine learning. But actually in Azure, if you see, we have a predefined or a good service called Azure ML is available, which is a cloud-based service for creating and managing the machine learning solutions, and it also helps the data scientists and machine learning engineers to leverage their existing data processing and model development skills and frameworks actually. Okay, and then next you see actually Azure IoT. Actually, if you see in Azure, we have a service called Azure IoT Hub, which is heart of the IoT services of in Azure actually. Okay, what is the purpose of this Azure IoT Hub is actually it will access a connector to the cloud actually, and it is a fully managed it is a fully managed cloud service which enables the reliable and secure bidirectional communications between your millions of IoT devices and your cloud platform. Actually, the device to cloud telemetry data, which is sending from your device to cloud, actually will actually usually states about your devices and assets in guilt monitoring, and then actually it also used to check yeah, whether your devices and assets are online or not actually also. Okay, it's considered like this actually. I have some 20 chiller plants in my industry actually, and I want to send the data of those chiller plants to a cloud actually. Okay, so what I will do, I will be putting a edge based gateway there actually. So in that edge based gateway will try to pull the data from this pillar plans tensors actually, and they will be pushing it to the cloud by means of either through MQTT or HTTP protocol. From when they pushing to cloud, this Azure IoT Hub only is responsible for getting those streaming telemetry data actually, and from there actually it will be redirected or routed to n number of the services like event hubs or Azure storage, blob or etc like that actually. Okay, so this is a overview about Azure ML and the Azure IoT actually. Till that anyone have doubt means you can ask me actually. Okay, I hope so everyone are clear. So we will move to the next thing. Mm, okay, we have combination here in this workshop called how to combine this machine learning and IoT together actually. Okay, what is the primary objective of this workshop is actually is to introduce the processing of your IoT data with your ML. Okay, that too it should be implemented in your edge level actually. uh, while we touch the the general machine learning flow actually, uh, it won't be as a depth interaction actually of the machine learning, but here actually we will do some illustration to the which creates the process of creating and using a viable model for your IoT data processing, which is coming from a simulator actually. Okay, and then actually uh, what is meant by a predictive maintenance actually? It's nothing but a technique actually, which uses some data analysis tool and techniques to detect anomalies in your operation and possible defects in equipment, and it also process you can fix them before they result in failure. You have for example, if you see you have some uh, elevators in your young elevators in your buildings actually. Okay, in that in the elevators actually, if you find actually any issues are coming on means actually it has to be predicted by these models, and it should be communicated to a respective maintenance team actually, so that which will leads to a which relates to the awareness of the uncertain maintenance actually. So once if we come to know that there is will be some anomalies will be there in the health of your elevator meals actually, it will be dissolved. It will be dissolved actually. Uh, and in prior itself actually, which will not lead to a business loss for the particular organization. Okay, this is called it predictive maintenance actually. Okay, then actually if you see what we are going to do today actually in today's session is this entire flowchart which describes the things actually. Okay, first of all we are going to collect the training data from an IoT device actually, which sends a streaming data to your IoT hub, and then it will send to your Azure storage actually. Okay, so we will start from here actually. So step by step, if you if you actually we goes means actually we can come to know in each stage what is happening, and this is our entire flow actually, which is to consider as a last one actually, last step of this workshop actually. Okay, if you see actually to there are some prerequisites for this workshop, like that you should have a free Azure subscription or pay as you go Azure subscription actually, and then actually you should be having the Visual Studio Code ID with some extensions actually. If you see here, I will tell you actually what is infrastructure we required actually for this thing. We need actually a Python 3 we need for processing of Jupyter notebooks, and then we need a .NET Core SDK 3.1. Visual Studio Code we need. Visual Studio Code, the core extensions like C Sharp, Python, and Azure IoT tools actually. And also, once you are if you have your Azure subscription, we need to create a development VM with this standard D8s V3 specification actually. So okay, in that VM only these things and all has to be present actually. Okay, and then actually if you see. I want to start with this actually. I need to. I will tell you on each and every actually steps actually. So yeah, first of all, we'll go to our Azure portal. Um, okay, in this in this Azure portal, if you see actually, you already have a. And we need to create a resource group first of all actually. I hope so. You all have your free subscription for your Azure portal or pay as you go as a subscription for your Azure portal actually. Okay, so if you want to know, yeah, whether the subscription is free or pay as you go means actually, if you go and check here, it will tell you actually what is your subscription name, like that. It will be declared as a pay as you go actually. Okay, and then actually once you complete this, you need to create a resource group. Okay, click resource group and you click create. Here you need to type a name of your resource group. You can type as ML workshop. Okay, and then actually if you click, and the region should be East US or anything you can choose, but I'm going out with the default value called East US, and then I am creating it. So once your resource group is ready actually, okay, in your thing actually, if you go inside this, and you can see a lot of options like subscription ID and then location and all actually. Before that, I will share you one yes zip folder in your in the chat window. Kindly download it and have it in your local desktop actually. Okay, just a minute. I'm sending one file. Gogit, you are there actually?
Yes, sir.
Rohit?
Yes, your screen is not visible actually.
Yeah, actually, the thing is that actually I want to share one file actually. So in there I can share it actually. Mm,
You can share in that private chat, no? Can you see that private
okay,
chat?
but where is the? Yeah, I can't find the option called attach actually.
No, you can't
It's only
attach a
for
file.
chat.
Yeah, you can just share links or text there.
Oh, okay. We can't able to share it. Okay. Okay, fine. Actually, I will tell them. Okay, because I want to share some code files actually, which can't be written here actually. Oh,
Not
yeah.
a
Okay,
problem.
fine. Actually,
Post this session, you can share that attachment or you can share that
yeah.
GitHub.
Okay.
You can share.
Sure,
Yes.
sure. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Uh, okay. Actually, the post discussion actually, as I had a discussion with Gohit actually, I will be sharing one set of files in a zip folder actually, so you can have a go through it, which contains all the commands to create these virtual machines and this development environment and your code snippets, yeah, for your what it will actually the code snippets for your the simulators, and then actually your Jupyter notebooks and all will be available there actually. Okay, so kindly uh, yeah, watch my discussion alone, the hands-on which I am doing it actually, so that once after the session, once you guys get the file actually, you can also try it out, and if you have any doubt, you can reach me in the LinkedIn or anywhere actually. Okay, so first I'm going to create this one actually called which we need to collect the training data. So in that case, if you see actually, I need a stimulator IoT device, since we don't have any physical device here. So I'm going out with a IoT simulator, and from that simulator, the data will be passed to IoT Hub and then to the Azure storage actually. Okay, so we already created a resource group. Okay, in the resource group actually, they need to create a IoT Hub. If you see my screen, actually, I already have it. I will show you. Okay, if you see here, I need to go to here IoT Hub. I will create a new one. Dev Hub tree, and then actually I need to go here, and I am actually creating it. While you wants to create the things actually, if you see, there is a option called pricing and scale tier actually. You need to choose which pricing tiers, or which will be used for it will be useful for you, or which will be a suitable for your use case. Based upon that one only, these things will be created. So once we done all these things actually, we need to review plus and create actually. Okay, once its validation is created, I'm clicking it to actually create, so that I can create this in IoT Hub. Meanwhile, I will show you this simulator file actually, so that we can see that already created a development mission, yeah, for our workshop. So in the development mission actually, which I told you now actually, that we should have a standard D8s, V83 size, and we need to have a Windows machine like that actually. So I created a standard D8s V3 machine actually. So I am going to connect it via RDP, and then actually I need to check. I will show you the simulator code which I have already in my DS code and ID there actually. Okay, if you see here, this is the file actually, which is actually being which I am uh, which I am talking about. In this file, if you see actually, we have a program.cs certificate manager.cs. In this certificate manager.cs, we, if you see actually, we can come to know actually which are the cs certificates we have been used actually for creating the devices using this simulator. What this simulator will do actually, basically this simulator uh, will create devices like this actually, like client 1, client 2, client 3, if you can see here actually. And then actually from this 100 device till 100, from this 100 devices actually, that the data will start flowing into your IoT Hub. From IoT Hub, actually, they need to the data will be moving to your storage account actually. Okay, so this is the thing. Now we got our IoT Hub, which is created here. If you see here, if you see inside this, we have been got our thing IoT Hub called Dev Hub 3 actually. Okay, so if you see in this IoT Hub actually, we'll have our host name and the source group and current location status, whether the IoT hub is active or not. And then actually, if you see what is just subscription and your subscription ID actually. And if you see here card access policy, we can able to see actually the keys and IDs actually, which is used here actually for your Azure IoT hub actually. Okay. And then if you see here, identity also will be there, which is base system is assigned or user assigned actually. Okay, this only will be acting as a hot for your entire IoT service in your Azure ecosystem. Okay. Till that, any doubts, guys, actually on creating the IoT hub? Okay, I hope so. No one has any doubts actually. So I am creating a storage account actually. Okay, for first we'll for the step one, we need a simulator and we need a storage account, and we need actually the IoT hub actually. In that actually simulator and the storage, the IoT hub are ready. Now we are going to create a storage account actually. Okay, create some name, uh, something like what I can tell, mm, workshop or something like that. In any name you can give it there actually. Sorry, my system is somewhat slow. Um, okay, yeah, now it's got actually. Yeah, if you see here, give some like Azure storage account ML. Okay, and then actually if it's there actually means it will create a tick mark here. And then actually if you go for advanced, if you see here what are the things, it's like default things they have. And then actually if you go for tag and debut and create it actually, once your debut is done actually, final validation test is passed actually, it will create a storage account. So once your storage account is created actually, okay, after a deployment of this storage account, after a deployment of this storage account actually, we can see that we need to create a container for your blob, so that in that container only actually your data will come and flow into it actually. Okay, so once this got deployed, I will be telling you how the data is getting flown actually. Meanwhile, we will set up a simulator here actually. Okay, if you see here actually, as I told actually, this simulator will create 100 devices, and it will start streaming the data from these 100 devices to the IoT Hub, and from IoT Hub the routing will be done to your storage account actually. Okay, and then actually if you see the versions, if you see actually we have some extensions installed. As I told in our prerequisites actually, we have some extensions installed. I will tell you what are the extensions we have been installed, or actually Azure IoT tools, sorry, yeah, Azure IoT tools actually. And if you install this Azure IoT tool, it will give a uh, thought wave of extensions for it. IoT services like event hubs, the device management things actually, and then actually module management things, and these things and all actually it will be giving us actually these features and all will be included in this Azure IoT Hub extension actually. Okay, and then actually if you see actually after that actually we need to install the Python extension. Okay, if you see here, it's already installed for me, the Python extension, and then also we need to install the C# extension actually. Fine. Okay, yeah. These are the extensions we need to install actually, and then actually if you see, I also installed this PowerShell extension, and then this Docker extensions also actually. And one more thing actually, we need a Docker actually in your development virtual machine. If a Docker is not there, means actually we can't able to do the IoT Edge deployment at the end of our at the which comes in the later part of our tutorial actually. So kindly include Docker for Windows actually, with which will run on the Linux based containers actually. Okay, and then actually if you see once these extensions are installed actually, I will be spending this code actually later this session to which actually tells creates the things actually. And then yeah, I will first try to, if you see here I hope so that Azure storage might be deployment is completed. So I am going here, because once we complete this entire infra things means actually we can be able to concentrate on the streaming part actually. Okay, so if you see here containers, we're adding it the name as um, um, Azure ML container. Okay. So once it is just I'm creating a container. Once a container is created, now if you see in this PPT actually, I have a I have a ready simulator which streams the data to IoT Hub, and then and it will be passing on to this Azure storage actually. Okay, and then actually I am going to the container, and I am actually, as of now actually I am actually streaming. If you see actually in your this thing. We need to check which IoT hub I need actually here, because I have two IoT hubs here actually. So I need to I need to I need to check actually which IoT hub I need to take it actually. Okay, so for that, what I need to do, I need to go to my portal dev hub 3, and then actually I need to take the key from here actually, the shared access policy keys actually, which is given here actually. Okay, and then actually once it is done, just a minute, it's got stuck. Yeah, once it is done actually. Okay, it will be s- sending the data, which will it will take the data from your into your this storage accounts actually. Mm, you see here, copying it. Okay, once it is done, I am going here, and I'm actually in the terminal. Actually, I'm setting the key here actually for an environment variable actually. Okay, because if I go here, I can see my subscriptions and everything here actually, which has what are the objects will be there inside, and all will be inside here actually. Okay, so if I go here and I check copy IoT set, I need to give set IoT hub connection string, or else I can give like this actually, it will be a better option. I need to select which IoT hub I need actually, on based on which subscription. We have two IoT hubs actually, which I shown in April. So I'm checking the device hub 3, and then actually if you see uh, this device hub, it's got updated actually from the previous one actually. Okay, so for this IoT hub I don't have any devices. Once I start actually running this simulator, the devices will come up here actually. Okay, so if I go here, new terminal, first I will give .NET build. First I am building the solution. So once my build is success, I will be running the solution. Once I do this actually, it will be asking my IoT hub connection string. So I will go here, and I will do actually copy IoT hub connection string I will give, and I will paste it here actually. If you see this IoT hub connection string, we have a host name, and then a shared access key policy, which is IoT hub owner, and a shared access key will be there actually for this. That one will be there in this IoT hub connection string actually. Okay, so once I give it, if you see, it will start creating the devices, and then actually we can see after sometimes the once I refresh it, I can see some devices here actually, and the devices also actually started to stimulating the data. See which device is sending which data, which count and all will be done here. If I refresh here, I can see the devices here actually, which are created yeah, using this simulator, and that each device what is simulating 100, and some amount of data is coming here actually. So okay, once the simulator is set and all the infrastructures are done actually, okay, I need to go to here in my IoT hub, and I need to process the routing actually. Okay, how I can process the routing? If you see here, here is an option called message routing. Okay, in this message routing, we have a option custom endpoints and a route actually. In custom endpoint, we should click storage. Okay, and we need to give a endpoint name, ML endpoint, and then actually okay, and I am a container. just our and in that account actually my container Azure ML container will be selected. Okay, so once it is done, I will create it as endpoint. Okay, if you see here actually my customer endpoint is created actually. Okay, now I need to add a node for this customer endpoint actually. If you see here ML route, and I need to click the endpoint which I created there actually, and then actually I should save it. So my route is now clear actually. Now data which is flowing in that stimulator, I can see here which will be flowing into the IoT hub. Yeah, if you see here, 1 minute, there is some network issue. I will open it here. Okay, if you see here, mm, yeah, you see here actually how many number of messages came is 20,085. Still the 20,085 messages are now accumulated from your devices, and then actually how many devices we have created is IoT device. If you want actually we can see the devices here actually. The devices which got created now in our simulator, that devices will be here actually. 100 devices. Okay. Okay, and then actually if you see here since our gout has been done, we can go and check our container if there is any data came or not actually. Okay, so it usually to take some time to done the things. We'll first check whether my gout is got saved or not. Yeah, my route is saved and it is active also. So it will take some time for my uh, messages to reach my this thing, the blob storage. Okay, why I'm keeping the blob storage means actually my uh, later plot of it actually, if you see, and then ML will take the data from here actually, and then it will be processing it for the it will be made useful for your Azure, Jupyter notebooks to process the things actually. Okay, so just a minute. The simulator got stopped. Yeah, okay. Simulator, since the simulator has got a data not came. No, wait, I will run again the simulator. Yeah, now my simulator is running. It will take some time for my uh, messages to reach here. Twenty-nine thousand messages came. Wait for approximately 2 minutes so that things can get reflected in my storage account. Actually, once the things comes means it looks like this actually, which I already have here. Okay, it will be like this. The files will be in this format actually. In this format, it will come actually once the file starts coming from there means actually. Okay, so let's see for another 1 minute, because sometimes due to network laggings also it will take some time to get populate the things actually there. So we'll wait. Now if I go and check, now if you see the data coming actually here. Okay. Okay, now actually we have passed the first phase actually of our thing, where I actually collected the training data, which is currently in the inside the Azure storage. Okay, next time going to see how to prepare and experiment this train this model using the Azure machine learning and the Jupyter's notebooks. Actually, in this stage, what it happens means actually it will take the data from Azure storage. The Azure ML will take the data from Azure storage, and it will send to the machine learning model. In between, the Jupyter notebook will be a will access a uh, to run those activities actually. Okay, so if you see here, if you see here actually, mm, yeah, but guard data actually, which are if you see this, this is the step we are going to perform. In this step, if you see actually, the guard data which is collected from those devices and sensors will require some actually cleaning up, and then get of formatting and the pre-processing things actually. So for that purpose only we are entering this actually, and so for this thing actually, I am considering the Laravel engine machine data, which involves the data preparation of these things, involves calculating the explicit time to failure times actually. Okay, so in this case if you see, uh, mm, which includes data preparation, and then actually it also includes actually at what times your aircraft maintenance will come, and it will be predicting it. So in this format actually we are going to train this model data, and we will be actually giving it to a and it will be uh, taken as a sample data for to train the real-time sensor values actually. Okay, so for that actually, if you see, they need to go for a Azure Machine Learning Studio. So just a minute. We need to go to our resource group. Here itself we can create it actually. So we need to create a Azure Machine Learning Studio. Azure Machine Learning I'm creating actually. I already have these two actually, but I am creating one more thing actually. Workshop. I need to give the workspace name, like Turbofan tree. I will give. Okay, and then actually, while I'm creating this thing itself, actually, if you see, I will get a storage account, keyword, application, and container. Well, at the end of this thing, actually, if you see, I will be, yeah, yeah, getting all these things actually. Okay, so if you see, or else actually we have a create instance thing in our VS code also actually. Like this also we can go actually, like ML. I already had an extension for ML actually, so I'm going it like Azure ML um, create instance. So it's not installed or what, I don't know. Wait, it's installed. Or else, okay, fine, we'll go via like this itself, since I thought I can show you how to create it using our VS code also. So if I go to networking, it's a public endpoint networking advanced. We no need of any advanced based things now. Tags and review plus create actually. Okay, so I'm creating a workspace for us. Once the workspace is created, we need to log in and we need to upload our Jupyter notebooks actually into it. Once the Jupyter notebook is there, actually I will explain you what's each cells in that it's getting it's actually doing it for us actually. Okay, it will take some time for once the deployment is completed, go to your resource. You can see actually our workspace of our what it will actually our machine learning. And then actually if I want to here our studio web URL actually, if you want you can copy it and we can open it here also. Okay, now once it comes actually, we need to go for the notebooks actually. Notebook section, and we need to upload some notebooks actually, which will be performing the task of getting the data from your storage account and giving it to your Azure ML, and from Azure ML to your what it will actually your yeah, machine learning model actually. Okay, so this is a task we are going to do it in our step number 2. Okay, so till that, if anyone has any doubts means you can ask me actually. Is there any queries there? Okay, I hope so, no queries till now. Okay, so I will be sharing my screen again. Okay, so I already have my notebooks prepared here actually. The Turbofan regression and Turbofan deploy model and my some rules actually have been created actually. So I will uploading this all the files. Okay, if I click upload, it will come here. Okay, so I will explain actually what are the things are there actually here in these files actually, so that you can also will be understand what is there. Okay, in this Jupyter file, first one called the turbofan regression 1 minute, IPYNB. IPYNB is nothing but the Python notebook style extension actually. So in that, if you see actually this the purpose of this particular notebook is actually it's downloads the data from your Azure storage account, which was generated early by your device harness simulator, which I shown you. And then what it will do means actually it will explore and prepares the data, and then it uses the data to train the classifier model actually. Okay, and then actually what it will do means actually it will evaluates the model from the experiment by using a test data set. Actually, this one is our test data set actually. Okay, what it does means actually it will be evaluates the model from this experiment which is happening, and it will uh, it will train this test data set actually. And then actually if you see it also publishes the best classifier model to the machine learning workspace what does the thing means actually here? The basic purpose of this regression thing is actually it will be used for your publishing the best classifier model to your machine learning workspace which we created earlier actually. Okay, and then actually which this the second one, if you see, it will create a scoring script for the model, and it also produces a container image actually by using this classifier model which is created in the previous step actually, and it also deploys this uh, model to the on Azure container instances actually. Okay, and then actually what happens actually, we used in depth service to then validate the model, and then the image which is created as expected actually, and then actually this image actually which is um, which is going to be deployed in the Azure container instances will be again deployed to a Azure IoT Edge actually. Okay, so this is the thing we are going to do in this two Python notebooks actually, and then actually if you see. It, this file actually called rulfd003.txt will which contains a data which is used as our test set when we validate our trained classifier actually, and then actually sorry classifier, and actually we choose to use the test data as provided for the original contest as for the test set for its simplicity only actually. Okay, and then actually if you see this file actually also use the RUL actually the remaining useful life for the last cycle of your each devices in this test file actually. Okay, so I hope so it is understood better actually for what purpose this each and every files are there. This utils.py will contain all the utility files which are used to um, which are used for actually working of this data actually. The Okay, and then actually if you see these are in notebooks we are going to do here actually. Okay, so if I click the first one, Turbofan regression thing actually, we can see we have lot of skills here actually. So we what we will do, we will execute each and every cell actually. For if you want to know what is the purpose of this each cell means of this particular notebook will be done here. Please ensure that you are running the notebook under the Python 3.6 kernel. So based on this cell will be executing. Okay, before that actually I need to create a compute actually. Okay, so if you see here, I'm taking a simple compute actually, and I'm creating it. So once a compute got created only, I can execute this skills in this notebooks actually. Okay. So once this is done, actually, we'll be going on to a touch step. But before going to touch step, we have some things to do in this notebook cells actually. So we need to set out. Meanwhile, we'll set out global environment actually, like what is my subscription ID and all. I can set it out actually here. Mm, Azure IoT Hub name Dev Hub 3. Resource group name is ML Workshop. Location I will give it as East US itself. Storage account name we need to get it actually. Okay, so we need to check in our storage account which we created actually under this resource group, giving this storage account name. And then actually account key, storage account key also I need to take it. So if you see here, access keys will be there. So I need to give these values actually. If I give show keys, it will come. And then the storage account container. Okay, once this things and all done, actually we need to give some other name here actually. Okay, which will create a new workspace. So we need to give some other like a WL workspace apart from the new one. I hope so. The compute is still it's in creation state, so we need to wait till that actually. Okay, my compute provisioning is completed. I got the message, but still here it is loading. So we will wait for some. It's got created, and so we will be executing each and every notebooks here in this. Sorry, cells in this notebook actually. Okay, if you click here, you can see the thing has got my all the dependencies are getting installed here actually as a first step. Uh, okay, once this step is completed, you're going to know to do one which will list down all the versions of the Azure ML models actually which you have been using here actually. Okay, and then actually is if you see this, all the dependencies are now created, and now I am moving out the data files to the data directory actually. Okay, it was moved as Oriole update. These two files has been moved to a particular directory actually. Okay, and then actually I have already shown you I have set the global variables here actually. Okay, I'm running it. It was set, and then actually and then I need to authenticate actually this thing. Once I execute the next cell means actually it will ask for in authentication actually with some code actually. So we need to give that because actually we need to this authentication is required to have a communication with the all the Azure's service and ML SDKs which are available in this workspace actually. Okay, so if you click run, see here the output will be like this actually. Since I had already logged in and I have some JAD Azure Active Directory account actually, so it's allowed me. But if you're doing it as a new means, actually you need to sign in using this URL. So once that given cell got executed means you will get a code which needs to be entered into that website where this URL will come actually. Okay, so since I have done already these steps actually, so it will actually so it will so it's deploying the necessary things like which I told now. Storage account will be created, apps insights, and key vault will be created, and an action workspace has created. So now these details are not created. Now my environment is created. So I want to print what is the details of my workspace in the next cell. Actually, if you see here, it will showcase all your details of your workspace, the data which is there in this cell. Okay, next one actually I need to register a storage account and I need to download the data from this to storage actually. If you see here for a this will be a first step for us for creating a model for your RUL, which is to export the data and understand its shape. So it will start this next cell will start actually pulling the data from your blob actually, and it will be sending it to your Azure ML for some training actually. Okay, it's created, and I created a data store here. Now that data store will be download the values. See, it's downloaded all the Nauro files from my this thing actually, my blob actually. Okay, uh, actually the data which I got now actually will be which are actually sent by each devices, and it got stored in an Apache Avro actually. So we'll use Toast Avro package to because we need to deserialize these things actually Avro. We can't use it as it is, and we need to convert it into a the valid JSON format. So what I did actually, we will create the Apache Nauro format into a readable, serializable form of deserializable form of JSON. I used actually the Toast Tower package to perform this activity actually. Okay, so if I do this, the things will be like this only. So to come like this. Okay, and then actually, if you see utils actually, I need to run these cells to uh, loading the data from your Avro files actually. Okay, and actually we also needs to load the data from your download directory for that also, and I need to create the utils actually. We are taking the data and now after download data is loading into a particular directory actually. Okay, and in next step actually we are calculating the useful life and RUL class labels actually. It will take some time. These files still get loaded into a particular directory. Okay, so it will take some time, at least 2 to 3 minutes, to execute all the files which are there in the Avro to a deserialized format of the Avro actually. Let's see. Meanwhile, any queries anyone having actually? Okay, I hope so. No one has any queries actually. Still it getting executed. Once it got executed, okay, it's going to complete. I hope so actually. Okay, it's got completed, and then I am going to do the calc. If you see here actually all the data are actually then loaded into a table format actually. Okay, then actually I need to calculate the remaining useful life and RL class label which using the formulas actually. See here, if I'm running this, it will be calculated here based upon the data which I had above. Fine, and I need to display the train. Now I am now after this calculation I am actually displaying the train data which I got from the samples. See here. next actually, once we got this sample, we got all this train data and all actually. uh, uh, what we need to do, we need to do some visualization actually how the data is coming actually. So next what we are going to do is actually we need to create a scatter plot for each sensor measurement was here or you will, so that actually if you see actually this graph correlation that the scatter plot will have some values actually which is seem to be correlated strongly to your RUL, but some measurements actually from other sensors or devices will have a constant throughout the life of the engine actually. So once I uh, create this, click this one, I can see after some time one plot will come here actually. See here, the sensor one values are actually constant throughout the end of your things, and sensor 2 values are scattered here and there actually, same as for the sensor 3 values also, 4 and 5. And then actually if you see again for 5, 6 and all, it's a constant line actually. And somewhere in sensors 1 this is a scatter plot actually which we have actually for all the sensors which we have in our auditor actually in our simulation, for but we taken it for only the 21 sensors here actually. Okay, and then actually we need to do a I am actually creating a scatter plot for each operational settings on your or you will actually. But as like our sensor data, our operational settings do not seem to correlate with your or you will actually. It might be a scattered one also actually. See here, some operational settings are okay correlated, but some things are everything are scattered actually. Okay, next actually we are coming into a we are coming into a main objectives of training the model using Azure Auto ML and your remote execution actually. So if you see what is one way a compute remote compute target means actually is a managed service which enables data scientists to train machine learning models on clusters of some Azure virtual machines, including VMs with GPU support. This code creates an Azure Manager compute cluster in your workspace if it's not already there. Okay, so what we are going to do means this next cell will create a cluster actually called CPU cluster with of standard DS3v2, and these are the uh, specifications we have been giving it actually. Okay, so once the and now we are creating a compute target engine. Okay, actually, if you see the compute engine is created, it is in progress actually. It's also succeeded, and our compute engine course. Next, we are going to see we are going to initiate in Auto ML actually, and which will create a regression model actually. Okay. what is going to be a regression model actually? If you see here actually, means it is nothing but just a minute. It's actually what to tell actually. It's always investigate some relationship between a target and your the predictor actually. So this technique is used for forecasting. Actually, this is the important model which we need to train here in the foundry predictive maintenance actually. Okay, this technique is used for forecasting, time series modeling, and finding the causal effect relationship between the variables actually. So now you are going to initiate the AutoML to the future for this actually. Okay, and then actually if you see uh, we need to run this experiment in a compute engine, and we need to show the results. Here actually we'll get a auto ML ID, which will be the yeah, which will be mentioned here actually for executing and exploring our results actually. Okay, so we need to give it here. Okay, so it will take some time. It will take some time to execute since you are running it on a CPU cluster actually. So meanwhile, actually, you if anyone has any doubts can ask me actually in the private in the comment section or private chat actually. I hope so. It's clear for everyone. So we need to wait till it got executed, because based on in this workshops, if you see, we are using some execution actions which will take some time to create the models and all. So we need to wait patiently accordingly. If you see here, actually, we can edit this in our VS code also. Actually, if you see here, it will show the same thing. It will be actually, yeah, shown here. This till by cell, if you see, means okay. This thing. Okay. Then it's still not started only actually. So it will take some time to start and run the cluster actually. Okay, if you see here, these steps we are here actually, so it will be completed, and once it's done means we can the model which you have been trained here will be deployed into this IoT Edge actually. Okay, so once that is done, we will be use the model on IoT to predict the failure and pass failure information onto the cloud actually. So these three steps are very very important actually. So once this step got completed, we will be seeing that things actually. Okay, still it's creating. Hmm. Actually, I can show you a predefined one which I already have actually, so you can get some idea. Meanwhile, it's completing actually. Okay, so if you see here, you can go here. Once you are one minute. See here, this is a predefined one which I already had actually in the file section. I can be able to see means actually if you see, I can see config.json file actually, for this the Azure ML data to preparation, and I have actually model underscore, if you see here, yeah, model underscore, the model underscore the config.json, and my environment dot YAML actually. Okay, these three the files are actually created. Actually, if you see this this config.json file which I mentioned here actually will have the details of file used to create the machine learning workspace, and this model underscore config.json configuration file will have actually need to deploy the model in the demo machine learning workspace in Azure actually. Okay, and then this environment dot YAML file which is created actually, will actually, what's the thing means actually, it provides information about the dependencies for the deployed the machine learning model actually. Apart from this actually, if you see, one minute, this is a previous one. I actually, okay, it's still running, so I will show you the previous one itself actually. See here, in this, in my resource group which I created area, once this entire process is done actually, we can able to see the, what it will actually this, Azure Key Vault, and then actually the storage devices app insights and all we can able to see actually like this only. Once this process gets completed, it will come actually. Okay, so it's taking time. We'll wait for 2 minutes. Okay, and if it's still it's taking time for execute means we'll continue with my previous notebooks which I created earlier actually. Okay, because the same thing only will be here for here also actually. Okay, so meanwhile actually we will create the edge part actually so that it will be easy, easy for us to complete in a faster manner actually. Okay, so once the, uh, this entire part got completed actually, that we are trained the model and using machine learning, and the Jupyter notebook, this part is completed. We need to deploy the trained model to your IoT Edge actually. So this thought we will be doing it now actually. Okay. Before that, we need to register a device actually in your IoT Hub. Before that, I will create a thing. I will need to create a certificates actually first of all. So now what I will do, I will actually create a certificate folder. Create the certificates, or else we can rename it also to Edge certificates. It will be a better option. Okay, we need to check whether our Docker is running or not actually. So we have a Docker is running with a Linux containers. See, okay, and then actually I need to open the our Visual Studio Code. Then I need to open the folder which I already have with me called Create Certificates. I need to select it. Actually here, once the file got created, I need to build it actually, build image in Azure, or I need to give only build image. So create certificates latest. Okay, once this is done, you need to create enter. So if it is done actually means actually our build actually, it will take some time to complete our build actually. Okay. So I hope so till now you are clear that actually from where we are taking the data and how we are training and all actually. So now we are creating these certificates actually for our database things actually, so that it will be clear for you guys that what we are going to do it here actually. So till it runs here, I will explain you. In this part actually we are going to create these certificates which allow you your gateway device to connect securely to your downstream devices, and we're going to create a IoT Edge device, and also we are going to give a Azure virtual machine to simulate your IoT Edge device actually. Okay, earlier we have a simulator which simulates the data to your IoT hub, but in this thing actually we are going to create a IoT Edge device which will simulate your Azure virtual machine data to your uh, um, for your edge devices actually. Okay, so okay, now it is done. Okay, now I need to run the certificates. Okay, so I will terminal. Okay, docker run. Need to give the name of the certificate. Create certificates. And then we c dot edge certificate, the folder name which I given there actually. And then actually if you see get certificates, create certificates, edge certificates. Okay, so if I click enter, some error is coming. Repository should be on lowercase. Okay. Hmm, we given correctly only. So I'm checking on it. So I can type it once more. So where I got it actually. Wait, I need to check the name actually. Edge certificates. I can copy it from here also. Edge certificates. Docker invalid reference format. Hmm, there's something might have changed actually. Okay, you can do one thing. You can give it small letter name. Okay, then actually, okay, there is some issue in creating the certificates. Okay, then 1 minute. Okay, actually, if you see here, uh, What might be the issue? Create certificates. Okay. Certificates. It's a good only. Hmm. So. Again the issue. Okay. You see here. Okay, there is some issue in the naming convention actually. Oof, this might be the issue. Startup dot sh. Okay, this is the issue. Should be a lowercase one. I hope so. Okay, again I will run. Okay, so I am building the Docker file again. Certificates latest, yeah. Okay, and then actually if I go here, Docker run. Run name create certificates rm c dot certificates certificates. Now it's creating. Okay. Okay. Now actually, if you see, there will be some files has to be there. These are the files. Now we got the files here, the keys which have been used actually. Um, so container finished running. I hope so. Okay, so I hope so. Somewhere it got created. I don't know where it's created actually, so I need to check for it. Um, okay, actually, the things are got created at actually. It should be create at this folder, but actually somewhere it got created actually. So need to check. But meanwhile, I will try one more thing. Hmm, I will keep this and I will build a Docker file actually. Once again, I will try. Okay, so if you see here, okay. Hmm, now again, I will run this file. Which will create the folders. Need to change the names here. So run once and check. I hope so. At least this time it might have created something. Yeah, now it's got created. Okay. So actually, if you see actually, what's the main purpose of this thing is actually we are creating a um, these primary keys and then these certificates, PEM certificates actually to for your IoT Edge modules which needs to be deployed our Azure ML actually. Okay, so for that purpose only we are creating these certificates so that this certificate is access as an authenticator for your IoT Edge module actually to have a handshake between your sending the data to your IoT Hub and your Azure ML. So actually, once these certificates are created, now I want to upload these certificates to a key vault actually, which is created earlier actually. Okay, so if you see here in our page, and this is the one I'm started using it. Okay, and then actually this is a key vault which got created actually for us. Okay, so I need to take this name of this key vault, and I need to upload our certificates to this key vault actually. Okay, so if you see here, hmm, take a PowerShell, and I am taking it. So here, if you see CD desktop, then actually CD space um, workshop file I have actually. Then actually CD space create certificates, and then if you see in that we can give a upload. Okay. Hmm, this is then we need to give a subscription ID, which we need to take it from here. And then actually we need to take our key vault name, which we have here. Yeah. Okay. Hmm, what I can do here means actually I can go directly here. I can give a okay. I can do one thing. Code for the workshop. Hmm, okay, I'm taking this entire thing. Go to my PowerShell. Okay, then actually I need to give the names like but actually thing is it should come actually, but I don't know. Just a minute. Okay. Okay, now it's came. We need to begin again. Okay, once I log in means actually, so it will the script will run for some time. It needs to run. Uh, okay, secret set actually. Mm, what we can do is actually, uh, if you see here, we need to set a secret for this key vault application. So what we can do is actually, I'm setting up the secret. Uh, just a minute. So I need to set up a role. But I am a admin only actually, but I don't know. Wait, we'll check it for a role one. Mm, actually, okay. I need to give the access here. Like, okay, then I'm giving it. Then I'll try to run this code. Let's see. Okay, it's searching for an active directory actually. Mm, registered actually already. Then why cannot find Active Directory object in tenant? If I see the Active Directory of my thing also, yeah, I got a tenant ID here. Tenant ID and I am in default directory only. Okay, actually we will do the edge part actually. Meanwhile, we'll see this one. Okay, but wait 1 minute. Either we are doing the things in a correct way or not actually. I was checking it. Source group. Okay. Okay, what do we go? We'll give this one and check actually because we have two keywords. That is the problem I found actually here. Subscription ID might be the same. Yeah, but still. Just the Active Directory. This is Active Directory and we are finding it here actually, but still actually why it has any issue with my subscription ID?
Sarvana, just giving a heads up that we are 4 minutes left for the session.
Yes, yes, actually, yes, Rohit. Actually, we have some two more big steps to complete. Actually, okay, but I am facing an issue with this Active Directory one. Actually, yeah. Actually, till this, actually, if anyone has any doubt, means they can ask me actually, so that I can send them the detailed notes about this session to them actually later on with these screenshots, so that they can follow up the things actually according to me. Actually, is it fine actually, Rohit?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. Is there any good doubt for anyone means they can ask me now actually because we are still left out with two bigger steps actually like running the model and maintaining the model actually. Okay, so I hope so. I don't know actually we can't complete this in 4 minutes. Still might require an hour actually. So till the third step actually, I hope so everyone got clear. I hope so. Or they if they have any doubts they can ask me. But the fourth and fifth step actually the entire steps with the screenshots I will be sending them actually within this evening or the tomorrow to the participants, just so that you can share with them actually. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Rohit. Actually, if they have any doubts, they can ask me actually.
Yes, and also, Sarvanan, like you are mentioning about the scripts that you wanted to share with the
Yeah, yeah.
party.
Yes, yes. Yeah, along with this scripts presentation actually I will sending all this presentation and these scripts which I have been used and actually the scripts to reproduce the things and all I will actually send you in a yeah single zip folder. I will be uploaded to GitHub and I will provide you the links actually. Is it fine?
Sure, sure, sure. That works.
Yeah. Yes, Rohit. Yeah, that's all from my side. Yeah, Rohit. Actually, it's been a yeah nice opportunity for me actually here. So it's been thank yeah thank you for all actually that you guys have been yeah spend your time for and came for this workshop. If you have any doubts actually in implementing these steps, actually you can connect me in the LinkedIn as well actually. Okay.
Sure, that will be awesome. So,
Okay.
guys, we'll be sharing the PPT and the scripts on the GitHub repo with all of you in the comment section in a while. And if you have any more doubts, you can reach out to Sarvanan over LinkedIn. So, in this description of the session in YouTube video, you can find his LinkedIn uh, profile. So you can reach out to him directly and ask your questions if you have any. And thank you everyone for joining us today, spending the time, and we hope that you have learned something new from our speaker. And keep attending the upcoming and future meetups hosted by Azure Developer Community. And in case if you're not part of the Azure Developer Community, go visit the website. It is already mentioned on the screen. It's azdev.community, and you can join your nearby community so that you get notified about upcoming meetups and the sessions and the opportunities. So thank you everyone, and thank you so much, Sarvaran, for joining us today and sharing your experiences.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rohit, and thank you everyone for attending this. I mean, I hope so. You guys, as Rohit told, had learned something new actually by combining two different services of Azure actually. So yeah, once I share the steps actually, I hope so. You also will find interesting in implementing the things actually. Okay, thank you,
Mm, yes, definitely. Thank
thank
you
you,
so much, Sarvaran. Thank you everyone.
thank you everyone, thank you. Yeah, bye.